Hey everybody, say hi to Mango. Oh, he's gonna come hop in my lap. I just know it. Well, it's Thursday evening, a little bit after 6 o'clock. Sun's down. Oh hush, sun's down, and did quite a bit of work today. Here comes Mango. Come on, come on. Here we go. Life's complete. Um, yeah, I did a lot of work today outside. My office is still a mess, so I haven't done a lot inside after the morning chipping this week. And here comes another one. But I wanted to cut this video off today, Thursday, kind of going back and look at the week, Monday through today, and what I've gotten done on the system, which is quite a bit. I'm almost ready to start cycling with the Dutch buckets and everything. So, yeah, that's it. Let's just hop into the clips, and I'll show you this past week of what I've done. All right, here we go. Okay, what I did is I went ahead and what was going on, it was the second tank was filling back up into the second tank. So I shut the water off into the second tank, and I do have a little leaks at the end. That's not glued or anything. So did that, and then I went ahead and shortened this pipe by about an inch or two. So it's kind of midway here, so I still get drainage out of here. And I'm just worried about flow rate. Right now I have the hose on right there, and I want more of a flow out of there, so I'm beginning to wonder if I needed a bigger pipe than an inch and a half. But I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's full bore, inch and a half. It's full. And into a 2-inch pipe. I don't know what's going to be with like the 2 tanks, but well, it has come down a little bit, so let's try cranking up the flow a little bit. Sorry, my camera worked one hand. So that's a little bit more flow, and that's all right, I guess. Let's see if it rises too much. I don't want to run too much because I bought the pump, but I haven't got the pump hooked up yet to come out of the sump. But yeah, it's actually going down, not rising up, with a little increased flow there. So I think, you know, once it gets going, I think I'll be all right. But the problem is when we add the second tank is that gonna decrease the flow rate because I'm going into a 2-inch pipe. I know Mr. Rob Bob, Australian Aquaponics God, is going into a 3-inch pipe, and I really don't want to go pipe everything to 3-inch. For one, 3-inch is expensive. 2, I don't want to drill any more uniseals. And I'm gonna have to get a little net and fish all these shavings out. Maybe put a sock at the end of one of the that's what I'll do. I'll put a sock at the end over there. I'm not going to fill this up to the top, but yeah, see, it's come down even a little bit more. So with this flow rate, I think we're good. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to open the valve to the second tank and let it flow into there. Sorry about my camera work again, one hand. It's not flowing back up into there, so that one's lower than this tank, so it's going out there first. So I think I'm going to stop the test, and yeah, is this going to be enough flow rate? I don't know. We'll have to see. Sorry, I'm not looking down at my camera to see what you're looking at. I'm kind of looking around. But so far so good. I'm not gonna glue those pipes down there. I glued the 45s, but I'm just gonna put a Teflon around it and then a screw to hold it. So that way if I have to need to adjust the pipe in the future, I can pull it out easier. And yeah, did I glue these lines? I haven't glued these lines yet either, so I'm going to glue these lines and continue working on my pump, and then put the feed over there, so at least I have a circle that I can watch and see. And see, it's come down a bit more, so I think I can increase the flow rate a little bit more. Yeah. I wonder if I put an elbow, a 90 there and a 90 there. I know you don't want to put too many 90s in the slow lift there because it impedes the flow, but just wondering. And if this is the way it's going to be, I'm going to cut off. I cut that section out to have access here and for the feed. But if this is the way it's going to be level wise, I'm going to cut the corners off too. Oh well. Aquaponics is an ever-changing beast. So, meanwhile, let's stop this for tonight and actually see where it kind of settles out at, where the equilibrium level is. So, yep. I'm going to do a little bit more work and then I'm going to go rest and do some shipping because I got a headache right now. Alright, see you guys later. That's the flow test. Seems to fix the problem. One was the pipe here was not level or above level, going tilting that way. Now it's all gravity fed. Two, I had the pipe standpipe going down pretty much resting on the bottom, so I don't know if that did anything, but it wasn't getting a lot of flow, and so it would rise up. This is an equilibrium state with water off where it rests at. But what I did is I went ahead and you can see the cap down there on the bottom, is I went ahead and took a cap and drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom part of it and then put it on, and it's resting on the bottom now. What I might do is put a bolt with a nut through the middle of it to raise it up a little bit, because it's still a little bit, it's level, and apparently my tank is not exactly level, which we got it. Sounds of freedom flying overhead. We have a Marine Air Base, Miramar, over the hills. We get this quite a bit. So pardon the noise there. But anyway, just with a cap, it raised it up, and with the hole, there's more water flow through. So it made everything a little bit better. Plus, with cutting the standpipe off in the barrel, it was a little bit better. So you can see, yeah, that my tank is not exactly level. I don't know if that's when I set it or just how it settles out. It's on a pallet, but no big deal. It seems to have improved a lot. We'll do another flow test tomorrow and see. I'm starting to get this one filled up now. Another problem I found out is I saw this somewhere where the bucket was screwed to the top like that, and maybe it will work when it's empty as it fills, but see, here's the problem. Maybe I have to just put some air holes in drill some air holes in the top. I might try that first, because right now it captures air and I can't get the lid down. So I will put a couple holes in the top to alleviate that. I still may, depending on how this bucket works, it may not be deep enough, but I've seen quite a few people take the bucket and drill or cut out a hole in the top to fit the bucket, and then the bucket, you cut the bottom of the bucket out and then set the bucket in there, and then you just put the lid on top of the bucket as well. So I might still do that, but for now I'm just going to put holes in the top of that bucket tomorrow. It's getting dark, sunset. Ooh, look at the pretty sunset. So I'm wrapping it up right now. I got all the tools put away. I don't really want that sitting out overnight, so maybe I'll drill that hole real quick now so it sits tight. So anyway, I think I've solved the problems I've had so far. That's Aquaponics, you know, fixing things as you go, discovering problems as you go. So, all right, see you guys later. All right, day 2 of this week. It is Tuesday, and yep, I worked till sunset again. Nice, beautiful, clear sky sunset in San Diego in beginning of February. It's actually a little bit cooler to this week, but anyway, I forget what I did in the last clip, but what I did in this clip today, I think, was I undid and glued the drain lines out of the tanks here. Got them all. I extend this pipe out so the clean outs outside here. And I'm also thinking of putting a little couple tray ebb and flow or NFT seating system. I don't know. Anyway, I also got straps there. I glued the supply line all the way down. I glued the drain from the filter into the tank. Put up a support here, and I'm gonna do that all the way down, support, because I'm gonna do the as you can see here, this is the supply line for the systems out here, so I'm gonna tap off that and do 3/4 down here for the buckets. Okay, got it really tight. Here's the manifold. I got it really tight there if I do it off this one, so it actually comes out and kind of squeezes around the corner here. I think that will be okay. And then this one is for future. Might as well shut that off now if I can, so I don't forget. Oh man, these things are stiff. There we go. These are stiff ball joints. I don't like them. Don't buy from Home Depot, buy from Lowe's. Lowe's were nice and easy to remove. Anyway, so that's the manifold coming out of the pump. That's the drain line I got coming from the beds into the sump here. And then there's the pump. Got a standpipe coming up. I have a compression coupler there. And I did threaded to slip fitting on each side, so if I ever have to cut this piece out, I can reuse the slip again. The coupler. And then I put this on the outside. This is a pressure relief valve. The pump I got was crap. I think it's 1300 plus, or about 1350 gallons per hour. And it might, especially when the system's just starting off here, it might be too much. I don't know. So that's why I got a relief valve that will take some of the pressure off and send it back down. That's only 1/2 inch, so I hope that's enough pressure relief. And then I saw on one other video where somebody did a T here, elbow up, and then had this go directly down enough to get in the water. So it was like a Venturi. I didn't like the noise his made, so I might try it, but if it's too loud, because our bedroom window is right there, and especially during the summer we like to keep the window open. I don't want to hear the Venturi making noises. I got a fairly large air pump, so I'm going to feed an air stone into the bio bed, fish tanks, and then feed the DWC beds with air stones. And if I have to, I'll put an air stone in here too. Keep everything churning. So, and that comes in, I don't know if we can see it down here right now. Yeah, it just comes in right there. I'll probably put an elbow down or a 45 down. I didn't get that. I gotta put that on my list. Every day I make a list of parts I need to get the next day. And not much left. I mean, this pretty much completes. In fact, I'm gonna shut off this valve as well. Maybe. There we go. I have a complete circle now for the fish tanks and the sump. So I'm gonna test that, but first I want to go ahead, since these are not all the way filled, I want to go ahead and drill for the drains on here. And I didn't have the right hole saw. I need an 1.25 inch hole saw, and I don't have that. So I'm getting tired of buying tools for this. I did get this filled up too, so I'm getting close to running a full test. I got a little fish net here Just it was like $5, but I can skim out some of the parts. There's my mango. Hi, mango. Meow. Mango. Meow. Yeah, he hears me talking, he comes out. So yeah, I can skim out some of this crap on the top. There's a lot of it. What I'll probably do is before I start cycling, I'll probably have it running for a while, and I'll probably put a nylon sock at the end of the drain going into the sump, and maybe into the biofilter too for a day or two until I get as much of the stuff out as I can. Because like I said, I'm ready to start cycling the tanks with the sump pump, so I might just start that after I get those two tapped. I might start that tomorrow and just run it for a day or two and see how it runs. Oh, there's the other key. Which one's that? That must be Stormy. Stormy always walks bold, but then gets afraid. Stormy. Meow. Anyway, with that will conclude this clip. We got one more somewhere. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. Later. Hey, it's day 3 this week. Wednesday. February something or another. 6th? 7th? I don't know. I'm not near a calendar. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear it yet. That's the sound of a running system. Well, half of it. Got everything glued up. This is coming out of the pump right now from the sump. I'm not happy with the flow, though. This is nothing. I don't know. I'll have to watch some other videos, but I always thought the flow would be more. I have this cut down, you know, kind of simulate that I'm going to have more to the system going. So I thought since this was the only path, it would be gushing and I had to shut down even more, but it's not. So it's flowing through there, fine. It's going through the radial flow filter. I went ahead and installed, you can see the wet ground. I had to drain some of it, but I installed drains in both the filters. See if we can see the one here. This is going to be the microbed filter. And there's the drain in the bottom with the elbow. So hopefully it will suck up some of the crap up there, and I'm going to have to get some vacuums and suck up some of the crap. Then it goes in there. Maybe I should, well, I don't know if I really can now, lower that or something. Everything's already in place here. It may be fine, I don't know. You just have to wait and see. And there we go. Well, let's see if I can drop my phone in there. This is okay. And I have my little bypass here trickling. I mean, I can shut that off. Maybe I didn't even need that, but this is a 1,300 gallon per hour. And that's 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. We'll call 5 feet headroom. And this thing has headroom 13 or 18 feet. I'll have to check. Let's go look at the box. Echo 1267. I think I'm going to order the big kahuna from Amazon or from my hydro shop. But the 1267 max output is 1347. Height max is 13 feet, and I'm nowhere near half of that. I guess the chart's in the instructions. I'll have to go look at it and see what it is at about 5 feet, but I want more. So, let's go back here. What's the biggest one Echo makes? They make the 4950, which is 4,700. That's the one I want. 4,700 gallons per hour. I'm going to check that out on Amazon and get that puppy. Anyway, back over here, you know, see the only valve I have, and it's only a half turn. And I'm getting that flow rate out of a half turn. And yeah, it went up a little bit when I decreased the bypass. I do have a couple leaks, which I'm gonna have to patch. I got one here, so I'll put a bead of silicone there later. And I did not glue I did not glue right here on both of these, so I'm going to have to either glue or Teflon those. Who knows? And the other thing I've been working on today is the feed line for the buckets. Now this has been driving me nuts because I wanted a valve on every bucket. So if I had to shut a bucket off for some reason, remove it from the system, I can do that per bucket. And the way I was going to do it was something like this with a, I don't have any more valves here, but one of those blue valves, you know, PVC valve sticking out here, and then a barb, and then a hose, or 90 barb and a hose. And now that I think about it, maybe I should have done that. Anyway, I would have had done that for every single bucket. And conservative, let's say 15 buckets per row, 30 buckets, that was going to add up. And then I saw a video today, the guy's name is Brandon, I don't know his last name. He did one where he had a single row Dutch buckets, and then instead of doing PVC, because the other way to do it was with the drip line hose and puncturing hole, you know, poking the holes in them, and I didn't want to go that route, neither did he. He found a fitting, which Home Depot has. I don't have anything to represent, but it was basically a female thread and a male thread, 1/2 inch, with a barb on it to go to a 1/4 inch tube. And so he got that, and then they got the PVC fitting here and the PVC fitting here and screwed it all together. So he had that barb every so often. But he had no valves, and I wanted a valve. And so I was going to do that, and then I got these. Hold on a second, I'm going to open this bag up. Probably should have pre-opened it, huh? Sorry. Here we go. So I got these that will go on the 1/4 tube, little inline valves. I'll put those at the end of each tube or inline, probably at the end of each tube right in the bucket. And that should be enough water flow to go in there. Each bucket. They don't need a lot because it's constantly flowing there. And then I saw this at Home Depot. It's a 2-way manifold. This right here. It even has a little filter there, but I'm taking the filters out. So these were $3.50 a piece, I think. $3.50 a piece. There's the filter. I forget where my camera's pointing. I popped the filter out. And so I can have one feeding the top bucket and the other one tube down to the bottom bucket. And use a 1/4 inch line. I did get this 1/4 inch line from Home Depot. Normal drip irrigation stuff, micro tubing, but I don't like it. It's stiff. So I mean, I know from when I did the hydroponic buckets, they have a mind of their own, and they tend to pop out if they want to. You just notice that when I try to bend it one way, it goes back. So I got some other tubing, and I'll just get for air lines, 1/4 inch black, and it's really flexible. And I'll probably be using that. So I'm saving a lot. I'm got only half the tees now, so I don't need a tee for every bucket. I got a tee for every 2 buckets, and then I have a nipple, half inch nipple, going to this little manifold. So, and then I got a valve here, of course, so I can shut the whole line down if I need to. And I should have put some type of, made this a 4-way, so I can hose down the line, but I wasn't thinking. I'll do that in the next one. So, and I got more ready to go here, continue on the line. So I'm probably going to lose a bucket. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 buckets, I think. So yeah, I don't have 36 buckets anymore. I have probably 30 buckets. I also changed my spacing. That's probably why too. Instead of doing every 12 inches, which I thought was too close together, after looking at it, I decided to go every 14 inches on center. So, oops, stay there. So that gets a little more space in between them. I think that's going to be much better. And that's probably where they'll sit and go into the drain there. And so yeah, let me move a bucket. Let me get the third bucket over here. Oh, I'm bouncing around, guys. Tired as hell. So that will go right there. So I can take the first line, just feed it up and into right next to the plant, poke it down in there. I saw another video that got to a little 1/2-inch pipe in there to make sure it gets down deep enough so you don't get algae growing on top. And then the second line, I'll just come right down here into the bucket. Let's do like this. Oh, grown vibrations from the pump. That's weird. They don't have these screwed down yet, that's why I'm feeling the vibrations. I might have to do something with that. So that's where we're at. So tomorrow I'll continue this and then get the drain going. And hopefully I don't have to go buy any major parts. I'm going to hold off on a new pump until I get more of the system up and see how the flow is. But yeah, I might get that big pump. See if I can return this one, I don't know. So anyway, the sun has gone down. And it's time for me to eat something. We did it. My guy came back finally today. He's got the, I don't know if they're showing in the other videos, but he finally got the bushes down, hacked down. We're gonna get them down to the stumps there as much as we can, and then put a fence up, and we can grow other stuff along the fence. So that's it for today. I might be publishing this video tonight. If so, I'll talk to you later. If not, there's always tomorrow. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya. Thursday, this is gonna be a quick one. I gotta take my daughter to her practice here in 5 minutes or so. So here's what I got done today. I finished up the feed for this Dutch bucket bench. You see I measured out 13 inches for pipe, so I just speed cut 13 inches of pipe on the old chop saw there, set up the jig, so it was real easy to quickly chop them up, glue them to the T's, and then split them in each one into each other piece. Put a support there every so often. There's one down there, so enough to keep it level down the line. And at the end, of course, I put in a threaded piece and a cap, and I already Teflon taped that cap so it won't leak like I'm doing now. I'm draining this part so I can Teflon tape the cap here and the cap down there. Then I've started putting together the Dutch buckets. So I got a few up here already. As you can see, got the elbows in, both inside, all drilled out. So the next, after I get the whole row done, I ran out of, I don't have enough 1.5-inch pipe there. So I'm gonna go get a couple more sticks of 1.5-inch pipe tomorrow and get the drains for both the upper and the lower done. Finish up building Dutch buckets, and then this is pretty set. I'm also gonna get some lava rock and hydrogen, that's what you call it. I'm gonna put, you know, maybe up to here, halfway of lava rock, because lava rock has a lot of porous surface, great for the bacterial growth. And then I'll fill up the rest with hydroton. And I like hydroton. I use it for the hydroponic system quite a bit. Only problem is it's not cheap at all. So that's why another reason why I'm going 50/50 on them. So any other changes? No, that was it for today. I let the system run for a few hours, most of the day actually. And a lot of the plastic bits are getting worked out. I've been fishing them out with a net, so you can see it's a little bit cleaner in there. So, and I also, what I did, if any get through down there and get through both, get through that filter, I put a bag on the end here for now. You can see it's caught a couple, not a lot, but I'm hoping it will catch a lot from there. And I'm gonna tape a stick on the end of my net and fish out as much as I can in here. I don't care about the dirt, but I want to get as much of the plastic pieces out. And then I'll probably take the pump out and clean its filter out before I start cycling the system. And I'll probably start cycling it this weekend. So in order to do that, I want to get a three-way plug to go on the end of that. Get my air pump out here. And I'm probably going to put... I found a box that's big enough. The problem is it's a screw cover box. I really wanted a hinge box, so I'm kind of waiting till the last minute. But if I don't find a hinge box, then I'm going to either put the screw cover here, here, or up here. I like up here because I can get to it easier. And then just have the cords come out here. It's big enough to fit the air pump in, so I'll have the air hoses come out and follow along here and here. I might even build a kind of a manifold, a 1/2-inch pipe going along here and then around to the other beds and plug the air compressor into that. So yeah, I get all that done. I really don't, I really only need the air for in here for the biomedia. I want to keep the biomedia moving. So yeah, I'll start it up this weekend. If I don't publish this tonight, you'll see another clip on this video for tomorrow's progress. All right, talk to you guys later.